It's currently 7:33 p.m. What I did most recently before I microwaved these eggs with diced green peppers my mom made for me earlier for a minute was to work on editing the August 1 my dinner video project in Camtasia 2019 by first putting the two photos of the photo part in order, and as of now I've put most of the video clips of that project in order. Prior to that, I spent roughly from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. switching from looking for additional Sharpie markers. I decided I wanted to use for my current polystyrene drawing project at my mom's place. In this case, a fine point Sharpie marker of a lighter hue of orange than what I already had at my established work area between the living room and the kitchen at my mom's place, and then an ultra fine point Sharpie marker of that same hue of orange that I found. I tried looking in my room a few times where most of my loose Sharpie markers seem to be. I didn't find what I was looking for there. And reviewing the uploaded July 31 my dinner video to make sure the audio and video was perfectly fine before I deleted that rendered 1080p quality MP4 file and the raw video clips and photos imported onto my laptop from my phone. That I used to make that MP4 file ultimately. I deleted that off of my laptop. Then I deleted off of my phone the August 5 my dinner U-Cut project file, which as of 7:47 p.m. finished uploading to my YouTube channel roughly 3.5 hours ago. After reviewing the video and audio of that uploaded video to make sure nothing was wrong with it, how I review my dinner videos now to make sure the audio and video is perfectly fine. I do it off of my laptop. I open the automatic transcript on each video, and while reading the words shallowly on that transcript, I'll skip somewhere between 30 and 60 seconds ahead, listen to the audio for somewhere between a few seconds to maybe 15 seconds until I'm at the last 30 seconds or so of the video, and then I'll just let it play out while watching the video until it ends. And each time I listen to the audio for a few seconds to roughly 15 or so seconds, each time I skip through the automatic transcript, I also watch the video. And at least one point while doing this process, I'll open up the video settings to check and make sure all the quality options for that video are there, especially the 1080p option, but also the 720p, the 360p, and the 144p quality options, as those are the options that'll appear under video settings for a 1080p quality video now. This process saves me some time and is psychologically easier compared to previous processes I used to check the video and audio of an uploaded YouTube video. I naturally woke up today around 4:15 in the morning and got up within a few minutes to start editing yesterday's my dinner video on my phone through the UCut app. Having my current pair of wired headphones plugged in to the headphone jack, on the bottom side of that phone, on the left side of that side when my phone is held vertically, not horizontally like it is now. Around 8 in the morning, I had exactly what I'm having currently, only swap the plastic bottle of orange peach flavored super water with my first and only cup of plain coffee today. I did most of the editing for the August 5 my dinner video project between after I got up for today and before I had those eggs with some diced green peppers. And I also worked on editing that U-Cut video project both during my 30-minute lunch and my one and only 15-minute break during my shift at Wegmans, which was from 9 in the morning to 3 p.m., during which I restocked a combination of the banana section, the hard items section, which is predominantly different varieties of onions and potatoes. At one point, I restocked a few boxes of pineapples and some of a box of bulk kiwis for the tropical section. Throughout my shift, I restocked those 2 flat open displays for regular watermelons at one of the front entrances of the supermarket. That front entrance being between the main public part of the supermarket and the transitional area, which is where you'll find the shopping carts unless they've recently been used, a Coinstar machine, and some limited merchandise. Historically, cardboard box cases of aluminum cans of sparkling water and varieties of trail mix in either plastic jars or plastic bags. Each time I did that, I operated a hand jack to transport on its forks one of the large octagonal cardboard containers called a bin, used to store and transport either regular watermelons or mini seedless watermelons, though lately all the regular watermelons seem to be seedless too. I took my 30-minute lunch roughly from 1 to 1:30 p.m., during which I had a salad with pre-cooked grilled chicken that comes in a Ziploc plastic baggie, baby tomatoes, sliced cucumber, some diced green peppers, and shredded lettuce that my mom made for me. 2 small aluminum cans of V8 branded vegetable juice, a mild cheddar cheese stick from a Wegmans generic branded pack of them, and my mom also packed a little plastic cup with a plastic lid of full ranch dressing. I was able to finish the 2 small aluminum cans of V8 branded vegetable juice and the mild cheddar cheese stick and most of that salad, but I didn't finish it in time. So I had to do so when I took my one and only 15-minute break around 2:20 p.m. in the employee break room. I always have my lunch at the cafe part of the supermarket with one of the high small round tables as my first priority, and if those 2 tables are both taken, then I'll just sit at one of the regular low rectangular somewhat larger tables instead. At one point during my shift, I helped a passing older female customer by taking a head of Napa cabbage from the bulk wall of the produce department on the right side of the produce department to the chop shop within the section of the employees only warehouse for those who work in the produce department to be cut in half, and then giving the slightly bigger half to that older female customer. I'm pretty sure the chop shop is a separate department from the produce department, as I've never had anything to do with the chop shop, at least not yet. 2 co-workers were there at the time, and one of them cut that head of Napa cabbage in half. From roughly 45 minutes before I took my 30-minute lunch to roughly half an hour before I took my one and only 15-minute break, I restocked the mushroom section of the produce department, which is also on the right side, same as for the bulk wall, only while the bulk wall is more towards the back of the produce department, the mushroom section is more towards the middle of the produce department. During my one and only 15-minute break, after I finished the salad from my 30-minute lunch, I partook in the ice cream treats event Wegmans was having today by taking a Wegmans generic strawberry sundae and a Wegmans generic chocolate sundae, novelty ice cream bar from the freezer section of the communal refrigerator in the break room. I also sipped at a paper glass of cool cooler water during roughly the first 3.5 hours of my shift, as I was restocking merchandise for different sections of the produce department. I recall it was around 3:30 p.m. when I finished editing the August 5 My Dinner You Cut video project at my established work area at my mom's place. The only reason I decided to edit the August 5 My Dinner video on my phone instead of the August 1 My Dinner video in Camtasia 2019 off of my laptop was because there was an issue involving my laptop in which I couldn't get the charger for my current laptop to charge my current laptop. I initially thought it had something to do with the pin, but sometime later, my mom disproved that as she inspected the charging pin and said that nothing was wrong with it. My mom both drove me to the Wegmans I work at and picked me up from the Wegmans I work at today. And while she was driving me back to her place, we made a brief stop at my dad's place so I could get the old charger for my current laptop from my room upstairs. And then once we got to her place, she ended up essentially taking the top part of the old charger and combining it with the bottom part of the new charger, as the bottom part of the old charger is a little frayed near the end that goes into an outlet. And that solved the problem. At the time, I said that she Frankensteined my charger for my current laptop, which made her laugh a little. And I'm happy that I'm able to use my current laptop again. Even though I edited, rendered, and uploaded to my YouTube channel yesterday's My Dinner video project from my phone, I'm still 5 My Dinner videos behind. Usually I prefer to stay in chronological order, but I didn't want to fall further behind while I was temporarily unable to use my current laptop. Here's where I am currently on Oceania.